we will be speaking about the ages of man technique of Ptolemy. And this technique only has a general application and does not rank on the list of 8 methods of prediction in traditional astrology. It is used primarily for identifying what stage of life the person is in. So we can say it is a part of evolutionary side of traditional astrology, actually. And the system is found in Ptolemy's tetrabiblos and in Hermetic doctrines as well. So in this technique, as we will see, there are ages of man. Actually, we use Chaldean system beginning from Saturn and down to Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon, relating with the ages of man. If I tell you something from the beginning, from 0 to 4 ages of a man is a period of mother's or family's care and influence. And between the 4 and 14 ages period of scholars or students, which is of Mercury actually, and between 14 and 22 is a period of puberty and runs through adolescence, which is the ages of Venus. And from 22 to 41 are the ages, are the period of greatest creativity. The most great invention are achieved, which is the phase of the sun or the time of the sun. I'm saying the time, or we can say, actually, the planets are the chronoctors or chronocterators or markers of time in traditional astrology. And it was presumed that different periods of life are ruled by different planets. And from 41 to 56 ages are a period of greatest pitched conflict in lifetime, and make it or break it time, the period of midlife crisis actually. From 56 to 68 are the ages of Jupiter, and these are the period of wisdom, philanthropy, and achieve wisdom, letting go, and retirements are more often occurs in this period. And lastly, at the top we see Saturn, the 7th planet in the sky, in geocentric sky of Ptolemy, actually, from the 68 until to the end of life is a period of exalted spiritual knowledge decline, but also disease, which is the ages of Saturn. And also we see this Chaldean order in some other techniques of traditional astrology. One of them is Pyrdaryas. Pyrdaryas are like dashas of traditional Indian astrology, and it begins in a diurnal chart with the sun and in a nocturnal chart with the moon, but always then on the right side, as you see after the moon, it continues with Saturn's and then Jupiter's and then Mars and then Sun and then Venus and then Mercury's periods. And if we begin in a diurnal chart again with the Chaldean order, we begin with the Sun, then Venus, then Mercury, then the Moon, and again Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, and then it completes. So the Chaldean order is very important in traditional astrology in every technique we use. And in Ptolemy's tetrabiblos, we see for the first time the ages of man technique, and Ptolemy is talking about. And ages of man techniques is used for determining longer periods within a lifetime. It explains the lifetime development process of the man, and 7 planetary spheres correspond to 7 age periods, and the lifetime is divided into 7 planetary periods beginning from childhood to death. The planets are lined in Chaldean order, as we already told, and being the nearest celestial body to the Earth, the moon rules the first ages, while Saturn rules the last period of life. So as we see here, Ptolemy also in his Tetrabiblos saying that for in the matter of the age divisions of mankind in general, there is one and the same approach, which for likeness and comparison depends upon the order of the 7 planets. It begins with the first age of man and with the sphere from us, that is the moons, and ends with the last of the ages and the outermost of the planetary spheres, which is called that of Saturn. And in truth, the accidental qualities of each of the ages are those which are naturally proper to the planet compared with it, and these it will be needful to observe in order that by this means we may investigate the general questions of the temporal divisions while we determine particular differences from the special qualities which are discovered in the nativities. So we see the table here again. Moon's ages are from 0 to 4 years. Mercury's are from 14 to 4 to 14, that are 10 years. Venus's are beginning from 14 up to 22 for 8 years. The sun's from 22 to 41, 19 years. And Mars' ages are beginning from 41 up to 56, that are 15 years. Jupiter's are 12 years beginning from 56 up to 46, 68. And lastly, Saturn's are beginning from 68 up to end of life. So the order beginning at the beginning, I should say, the order of traditional 7 planets are just above the sphere of fixed stars, which is the 8th sphere, and then Saturn. So in traditional astrology, in the Chaldean orders, also we use the fixed stars actually at the beginning, and then the Saturn's phase from up to down.